Denver Broncos. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Royce Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the cornerback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cannon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
3-19. Gun, 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 gun. 52's the mic, boys, 52.
He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. Going deep downfield for Raw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And a return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey. Detroit!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Gun!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Here we go, D. It's just
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They shakes it off. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! No. Check. Patriot!
He'll drop to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
First down, and they'll try to run the option left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get the game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
To Mixon on the check down. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to John Ross. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
They'll look to throw again. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of 5. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Now, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. That's fielded in the end zone. Nice little juke. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now back to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go. Here we go now.
Hey, right on cue. They set up the screen and complete it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points?
And break this tie. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's their quarterback. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Trips.
Gun.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Welcome back now to Denver. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gun. Set. Green.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He'll get it up the middle. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw.
3-19.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Gun, 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 gun.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Gone!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And the kick is good. He puts it through.